So, welcome back. Right, let me just try to get my FS2 crew working in here. And as you can see, we're back in Tivat. So, let me have a look. That's not it. Let's have a look here. That's not it. That's also not it. FS2 crew FENIX, yes, but we want to have animated first officer. Right, yeah, just trying to find my login credentials for that. Right, can't find it here. Let's have a look in here. So here we go.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Good evening. Hope you're doing well.
That's really kind. Luke, I am. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the 47 months. Thank you very much for that. Right, so let me see. Is that working? Activate. Activation successful. Wonderful. There we go. That looks correct, doesn't it? Where's my... Okay, I need to restart that. Hold on. FS2 crew, FS2 crew, FS2 crew. Make sure that is not running anymore. So let's try that one last time. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Because it had an update. So with the latest FENIX version, it did obviously require an update. You doing well, Luke? That's good to hear. Oh, come on. Exception result. No, 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 no. What's happening? All right, there it is. Okay. No, it doesn't work, I'm afraid. No.
Anti-ice.
No, I keep getting all the error messages there, I'm afraid. That's a shame. Although I'm not going to give it that quickly. I'm going to try one last time. One very last time. No, unfortunately, yeah, sorry. Keep getting these error messages, I'm afraid. Okie dokie, right, so let's continue. Yes, early summer weather, right? I mean, although, I mean, we've had periods like this before, right? It's not completely unusual to have it nice and warm. Pot, you're curious about the FENIX developers. Do they have background from other sim companies, or do they have totally new? No, so the FENIX crew, they have obviously, you know, a ProSim behind them. So ProSim, having been in the business for a very long time, hit it with a spanner. So flight number, we are called Wizard 712. Flight plan is filed, and we've got a required cost index of 53. We need to hurry up here. The cruise level is 330. And the temperature up there is minus 48. Temperature down here, 25. So what I will do, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do everything instant. So mass and balance. Load aircraft instant. So that we can go very... Hang on, what's this? Oh, there we go. I was just about to say, that doesn't look right. Oh, that looks better. So that's all loaded. So ITIS is offline. Let me have a look for the services. We have Adria West at least. But there's no more approach here. Hey, Lilienthal, how are you doing? Nice to see you. So let's view the METAR. We'll take that. Cool. For the charts, here is our departure, and we're going to depart obviously runway 14, not 32, 14 departure. Nikki departure. Let's have a look here. That's the wrong one. So the 2 mic. So that's the one here. So we have 2 November and 2 Mike. So 2 November is here. And 2 Mike. Oh, sorry, that's a 2 Mike here. 2 November is going this way. So I would say I'm going to go with the 2 November, shall we? Yeah, short taxi out. Fantastic. Cool. Yeah, with the you've got to be careful with SimBrief and the automatic flight level selection. So you would have to look up the rule of the air or for the airspace that you're flying under. You know, odd level, even level, whatever. And then, I mean, usually if you go 350, 350, 360, if it's a heavy 320, 340, 330, you're always safe that way. So fuel is set. So we have a zero fuel weight of 59.9. CG is 29.8. Block fuel 6 tons. The alternate fuel is 2.7 altogether. So we have about a ton extra fuel, that's correct. Is it? Okay, well, we'll see. I don't know if we're going to get clearance from the sector here. So let's have a look again for the Nikki to... Let's go with a 2 November. There it is. So 2 November. Insert all the routing to Belgrade. And Belgrade, I would imagine... is going to land on a runway 12 right. So they have 2 runways now. So 12 right for the arrival. So LGIP 3 Alpha. So we're going to expect that arrival with the approach. And we'll try ILS 12 right. That is all we're going to need here, right? There we go. So Tivat starred. Cool. So hello to Edmo, One Stay, hello Matev, hello Sergey, hello. Finally got around to do a bunch of Greek island hops in the FENIX. Nice. Yeah. Good thing the brakes work so well here. That's the company route field none in the real aircraft as well? No, because normally airlines have lots of routings in here. So in the real aircraft, there will be some routing, standard routing being shown there on the inner page. Oh, no, not reset, cancel. Where was I? Atsu, there we go. Atsu menu and received messages. Yes, we are on VATSIM, AFIRM. 30450. Let me just check if I need to get the clearance with him. I'm not sure if he's really responsible for that.
Land, wind call.
That's loud.
148, turn to try 237.
Audio West from Wizz Air 712 request.
Wizz Air 6 to Papa, speed is yours.
Oh, hang on. My push to talk wasn't set. There we go. So we're just going to check the latest load sheet. Audio West, good evening from Wizz Air 712 request.
712.
Yeah, do I need to get the clearance with you? We're currently in Tivat, flying to Belgrade.
It's from my colleague on the east, decimal 55.
Okay, 3055, thank you. So let me just finish that real quickly. 59.9 CG is correct at 31.4 for the zero fuel weight CG, 31.4. And the takeoff CG then is about 30, which is down 0.2. Outer East Control, hello from Wizz Air 712. Request clearance to Belgrade, please.
Wizz Air 712, dobro večer, Adria Raider, clear destination Belgrade, November India, Kilo to Mike, departure runway 14. Climb initially level 250, squawk 5235.
Thank you very much. Wizz Air 712 is cleared to Belgrade, November India, Kilo to Mike, departure, initial climb level 250, squawk 5235.
Wizz Air 712, 80 clearance, copied correctly, advise ready for start.
Call you in, ready for start, Wizz Air 712. So we've got to change that to the to Mike departure. The rest is the same. Oh, hang on, there was a discontinuity in here. Hold on. Just saw that out of the corner of my eye. Let's get rid of that. Approach via. Let me just check. Via Defta. Defta, there we go.
Their radar, postman 730 Charlie. Got CPDLC for
Cool.
Athena radar, but I think I'm...
Hey, Flurkle, what did you miss? A nice approach into...
Yes, you are. There must have been some kind of lag
a nice approach here into Tivat.
Frequency 130.450. Bye-bye.
Thank you much, guys, for the help. Yeah, so we got the clearance. Fantastic. So let me go ahead and do the takeoff performance calculations, sync the load sheet, sync the weather, and its full length, runway 14, calculate. So we have packs off, trying to get a good climb rate, but flaps 3, nah. Let's do flaps 2, shall we? I think that's a good compromise. So flaps 2 down 0.3 is correct. Those are the speeds. Send that to the MCDU. So A page is filled out, B page is filled out, flight plan page is filled out. We're going to put what do we have? Nice APU starting up. So we're going to have departure. To Mike. So that's the Nick to Mike departure, which will lead us a little bit longer around here. I'm just gonna put Nick Beacon in there. That's all I'm gonna use here. APU bleed on. That is on. Ground control on. There we go. So we're pretty much good to go. Then let's go ahead. Have a good trip. Thank you much.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin?
Nice to see you. How are you?
Complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Ides, thanks so much for the 16 months. Also a very long time. Thank you so much for your continued support. Ides, I hope you're doing well. So Tivat 14 procedure is going to be 0.7 Tivat. Right, proceed to QDM 156 from TATS. TATS beacon 345. Oh, sorry, it's QDM 156. Disregard. So QDM 156 outbound, and then at the beacon right to Lasti. So secondary copy active. I'll tell you what we'll do. If you have any issues, we're going to go to Dubrovnik.
Ryanair 6703, dobar dan, Adria, right contact.
And there we'll shoot the Alice Zulu 11, no star. No. Fantastic. Cool. So quick briefing. We now
I tried to call
320.
You weren't responding. Contact now, Macedonia.
Also IAE engines. We have no technical issues. Clearance is via the November India Kilo to Mike departure. Climbing level 250 as cleared. According to the waypoints, restrictions should be no issue today. And in case of engine failure, going to turn as soon as possible direct to Tango Alpha Zulu outbound. Actually inbound to TATS, and then we go direct to Lasti after we pass Tango. It's actually straight ahead as well. So pretty much outbound on the localizer. Threats obviously to rain, high terrain to the east. That's why we have such a weird departure route. And the extra fuel available, well, it says, actually let's load the wind. Maybe that helps. So according to the flight plan, our extra is about 600 kilograms. Ines, you're doing well. That's good to hear. And forward, gute wie geht's dir eigentlich? How are you doing? Actually, forward, we need to get. I need to get in contact with you. Some interesting developments, isn't it, regarding economy, etc. Would love to hear your views on these things. So we are ready for the checklist. Let's do the checklist here. Checklist 320 normal. So we have gear pins, covers removed. Fuel quantity is 6,000 kilograms balanced. The seatbelts are on. ADIRs.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Duo Channel Experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight infotainment will be served. Thank you.
The Ulas. Thanks for the 6 months.
Guten Abend.
Guten Abend. How are you? Hope you had a great weekend. Before start checklist, parking brake is set. There's no pushback. Takeoff speed thrust we have 138, 140, 143, and flex temp 50. Windows doors closed. And the beacon is on before start checklist completed. So I would have asked for startup, but since he's logged off now, we can start ourselves. Good pressure. Fuel pumps are on. Starting engine 2. And C120, hello to you. Some nice motoring going on. Very nice. Yeah, this is the new update, Humber. Yeah, I found. Yeah, some very nice animation there. Starting engine 1. And so the IAE engines, they do kind of a motoring. So if I start the chrono, you'll see the fuel flow come on at about 30 seconds. So I started the clock a little bit late, so maybe now after 25 to 26 seconds. And again, that is due to avoid the shaft being bent before we go to higher RPMs. So the rotor bowing, as they say. 27 seconds. Here comes fuel flow now. And now we can see the EGT rising. There we go. Lovely sounds. And also very nice animations, I have to say. That's really cool. Lots of planes in the UK diverted yesterday. Yeah, we had some very interesting weather in Montreal as well. It was snowing like crazy, and there were some diversions going on as well. Luckily, our plane inbound made it, so... Yes, flaps... Oops, flaps 2. There it is. So flight control check. Full up. Octas, hello to you. Full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral. And this time, actually, I have the camera working now. I had to change the USB port to get it to work today. Neutral. After start checklist. Anti-ice off. Ecam status checked. Pitch trim. We'll use down 0.3. And road trim neutral. Tivat traffic. Wizz Air 712. Taxiing active. Runway 14 in Tivat. Yeah, it wasn't like the wind in Dublin like 40 knots or something, 45 knots. I mean, at least it was crazy high, right? Unfortunately, Brendan, no, I didn't see the other crew. But the runway was pretty much wet, Brennald. They did some chemical de-icing. So... Ah. Nice. These are Wizz Air announcements. Cool. Hello, yeah, you did. So the tower controller from Belgrade just wrote to me, and that beeping actually did scare me. Oh, GG's. Right, just waiting for the cabin to finish their things there. Let me just put the radar on, predict the wind shear system on. We'll put the TCAS on already. Hey, Cannon Plug. Oh yeah, so fence panel had been blown out again from the caravan. Oh, Kevin, okay. So we're guessing 45. Beautiful weather down here. Beautiful weather. Right, come on. Cabin, let's go, let's go.
Tivat traffic, Swiss 89, hotshot on Bravo.
I'm German indeed, yeah.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Thank you much. So let's do the taxi checklist. We have flight controls checked, flap setting config 2, radar and predictive wind shear system is on and auto, engine mode selector normal, and the EK mode takeoff no blue. Well, that's the before. Actually, taxi check is completed. Tivat traffic, Wizz Air 712 lining up departing runway 14 in Tivat. Lined up items, cabin crew be seated for takeoff or prepare for takeoff, whatever. And runways 14 confirmed, full length, and the packs going off now. Off. Cavan is in Ireland, by the way. Okay, nice. Cool. Let's go, shall we? Sterile. Chrono. Here we go. Everything's done. Takeoff. IAE engines. Gotta remember that. Manflex 50 SRS. Auto thrust is blue. Lovely sounds. 100 knots. A bit lag here. B1, rotate. Pause right. Gear up. Enough. Oh, wow, that's laggy. What's happening? Blimey. Put the autopilot on to get any outside view here. Beautiful. Thrust climb. Climb out blue. Oh. Flaps 1. Speed check. Flaps 1. I have to see if my CPU is kind of throttling for some reason. Flap 0, speed checked. Flap 0. Right, correct. PAX going on. That goes off. That goes off. Pack 2 on. Where are my viewpoints from the cabin? Didn't I have... Is there no more cabin views? Oh, there is. ETA for Belgrade. Let me just check. 16:43, so about 45 minutes. Huh? Instrument. Instrument 16. Starch. How would you feel about that if someone made that announcement? The thing is, now, there are some really cool pilots out there who can make some very good announcements. You know, some quite funny ones as well. But the thing is, for us, I've heard of actually, especially the frequent travelers, complaining about these funny announcements. So let's set standard. So you got to be careful when you make an announcement, because not everyone appreciates that. So still 220 knots. No problem with the altitudes, but the speed restrictions, 230. But that's only to November. Well, then again, we've got 230 knots there as well, 240 knots. So the reason for these very strict speed values is to get you climbing. They want you to climb up to these safe altitudes. Now, ATC could always get you some directs at some point if they see that you're climbing really well and you're already at a safe altitude, then they could even give you a direct. So right now, 120, 130, 140 by Nixix, yeah, easy. We already have that now. So I'm going to give myself a direct to that waypoint, just to speed up things a bit. So accelerating, lights off, seatbelts off. Right nav clear. Secondary flight plan, copy active. And fix info, clear that as well. All 3 pages. Very nice. Hey Lael, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you had a great weekend. Have I flown to Montenegro IRL? I've never been to Tivat. No, I wish I would have had time and the chance to fly to Tivat. I've never been here. I've been to. Let me just check. Airports. I've been to Dubrovnik and I've been to. Further south. Let me just check. Hang on. Tirana. Yeah, I've been to Tirana. But hang on, is Tirana Montenegro? I need to check. It's been such a long time. It's yes, Albania, of course. Yeah, Albania. Man, my memory. Yeah. And then one thing I haven't realized. So apparently on the west coast, Albania. So somewhere here, it's like they say it's like the sandy beaches and the clear water. It's a bit like the Maldives. And that's why a lot of people actually go there for their holidays. So Podgorica is the capital of Montenegro. Yes, I know Dubrovnik is Croatia, yeah, but so Podgorica is the capital of Montenegro. There we go. Belgrade. And now I'm a bit worried about the scenery. I hope I have runway 12 right already. I haven't checked that. I've just checked that the terminal buildings are there. Oh. I wonder the runways is closed. Yeah, 12 right is for landing. I just hope my scenery has the correct runways there. Flight 320. No, we already done one flight today. We've already been from Zagreb to Tivat. That was the first flight. Now we're flying from Tivat to Belgrade, and then we'll have one more flight. I'm going to try to take the A300 from Inibuilds. I'm going to fly that on our one engine out group flight today. Everybody is allowed to join, no restrictions. And today we'll have a look at the newest version from Sierra Kilo Sierra Kilo Charlie Golf. That is a new version. So we're flying from Sierra Kilo Charlie Lima to Sierra Kilo Charlie Golf. And we'll do that on multiplayer. So that's Cartagena. Cartagena, new version from VPilot Sceneries. We'll have a look at that. And we're flying from Cali. I know that we've already done that leg, but because we have a new scenery and I've been gifted the scenery, I want to have a look at it today. Absolutely beautiful. Right, we may have 250 as final level today, so let me just enter that here. We have a bit of extra fuel, so that should be no problem whatsoever. But now the FMS can calculate with the proper fuel flow. And so we have still 100 kilograms extra. Danielle, yeah, thank you much. So 1 to right should be in use, yeah. We can get the ATIS as a matter of fact. So let me try that again here. Info Juliet, Cav OK, 20 degrees, 1020. 1 to right in use, braking action good. And then advise on initial contact if you're unable to accept 1 to right due to lack of scenery. Lol. I wish I knew if I had the scenery or not. Belgrade, where did I get Belgrade scenery? I think it's from Orbix, right? Is the equitime point. It's a very, very fast flight. So let me already do the following. Let me go ahead and calculate with the current weather. The landing weight. Oh, the landing weight is supposed to be going to burn about a ton more. So let's put 63.8 or something, just to make sure we have enough. So we'll have auto thrust off, idle reverse, flap. Let's do config. No, disregard, guys. Maybe it's just me, but I can't do flap 3 landings here in the FENIX. The flare mode is all messed up with that, so I'm going to take flap full. And yeah, so plenty of margin. I'm going to vacate right off the runway. Did FENIX release EAS1? No. Terrain ahead? No. Did they ever mention they want to do that? Yeah, hello. How are you doing? Hope you had a great weekend. Just quickly, I hope I don't get kicked here. Control options. So I just want to see if I can save that viewpoint there. So search by input. 10 what? I don't have that viewpoint. Oh my god. Is that... Okay, that's 1. And that's 3. So does that work? No, it doesn't. Oh, that's nice though. Hang on. That's all right. At least we got 1 viewpoint on the other side. Fantastic. Good. So we are going to arrive on the LGEP 3 Alpha hour of arrival. Yeah, it could have been a mod, yeah. So be on that arrival route with those restrictions, 7,000, 7,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 4,000. Devda onto approach, and the only restriction I see here is Bravo Echo 104 between 7,000 and 5,000. Yep, that's correctly entered. Fantastic. So let's enter the data in here. So we have information Juliet, 20 degrees Celsius. And the wind is 050 at 5. At 5. QNH is 1020. Cool. Config full landing, we said, and the minimums on the approach here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a RNF approach here. I am going to do an RNF approach. RMP 12 right via DEFTA as well. So we're going to put this RNF 12 right, approach via DEFTA, insert. So arrival, DEFTA, and then we got Lamba, Rosgi, and then final descent out of Rosgi 3000 3-degree profile. Rosgi 3000 3-degree, LNAV, VNAV minimum for us. We're not allowed to use LPV here, so 750 feet. Alex, hello to you. How are you? Hope you had a great weekend. Nice to see you. So 750 for the Baro minimums. Ratnaf. Oh, we don't need anything. It's an RNF approach. And auto brake we'll use low. Alex, yeah, Alex, are you flying along for the group flight tonight? Do you have time? So landing distance, okay, I need to change that. I don't have enough to updated version yet, so. Wow, we got to vacate all the way down here. No, we don't, disregard. We've got one more. There's Delta 6 here. So yeah, auto brake low for Delta 6 should be fine. So we're going to turn off, go back on Alpha, back to the ramp. That should be fine. Oh, MAN, fantastic. Good news. Yeah, we'll start in about 45 minutes. Oh, Alex, you're also taking the A300. Nice. Lovely. And the MAN as well. Oh, yeah. It's going to be an interesting flight then. So many A300s tonight. Yeah, exactly. That's why I wanted to try it out as well. Thing is, though, I haven't found any good liveries, like Avianca livery or something for South America. So MAN and Alex, what aircraft are you taking then? Freighter, or are you taking a passenger? DHL. DHL. Yeah, I'm going to take FedEx. What's the reason for the, when flying an RNF approach, the arrow on the final approach point stays white? Yeah, I have to admit, usually it should be blue. And the only reason when it's not in blue is if you have a wrong altitude set. But usually when all of the requirements are fulfilled, so you're at the right altitude, so you're at 3,000 feet here today, and the approach is active, then it should show you a blue descent error. The white one is normally just for, yeah, en route. Yeah, so Julian, you have to differentiate between GPS jamming and GPS spoofing. That's two different things. Maybe Toto is listening right now. Toto could now hold a seminar and tell you all about it exactly. But in principle, jamming is a fairly straightforward thing where your GPS signals or the aircraft will be unable to receive the GPS position. Right, so these would blank out. And then you have things like ADSB message coming up. So let me just see if I can fail that here real quickly. I know we need them later on for the approach, but let me just see if I can pop the circuit breakers for that. So let me have a look if I find those right now. Okay, let's try something else. Let's go navigation. There we go. Lights up GPS 1. Fail now. Let's just fail one, okay? So we're just going to fail one GPS. There we go. So that's how it would look like if you have a GPS jamming, okay? GPS 1 fault, and you may get some other things like ADSB fault, etc., etc. So any systems that require GPS positioning, position info, then clear malfunction again. Now spoofing is something completely different. So spoofing is where some transmitter somewhere is trying to convince your GPS receiver that it is at a different position. So you would have a wrong GPS position indication there. And now if your systems are unable to detect that automatically, that's interesting. So GPS not back yet. Now it's coming back slowly. That's really good. That's a very accurate simulation. It takes a few seconds for it to come back. So then what could happen? So any system, like here, for example, our INS working together now with the GPS positioning for the updating, would then slowly but surely update to the wrong position. All right. So the map indication then could be wrong. You could be at a completely different position, meaning it's always a good idea to have VORs selected, VORDME, and make a simple check if those indications make sense. So for example, right now we've got Victor Alpha Lima. The course is correct, right? The needles are pointing directly to the VOR, and the DME distance, 10 miles, 20 miles, 19 miles. So distance is also pretty accurate. So I could say that just by looking at raw data indications. Yeah, Mato, no worries. Then of course, you can recheck. However, if your position is spoofed and the aircraft doesn't understand it and doesn't detect it, then a raw data indication check in areas where you know that spoofing can happen, it may be a good idea to check those values. For us in the 787, it's not completely foolproof. However, it does detect a lot of these spoofing errors. So but not 100%. So there may still be some errors from time to time. But yes, it's a big topic. We airline pilots get news bulletins and service bulletins where we are told, depending on the aircraft type, we have some procedures to try to mitigate those risks. Yeah. So somebody sent me a picture there regarding the same thing, right? So here you got jamming. So again, you're missing those infos from the GPS left and GPS right. But on on the 737, yeah. So I know that on Instagram there was a example regarding. Let me just see if I can find it. Now I've got something else though. Hang on, let me just. So here's a example. Hold on. Here's an example of a spoofing on a 320 or something, or 330. So they're 37,000 feet, and they were getting pull-up warnings. Pull up at 37,000 feet. And again, yeah, no GPS positioning there. So yeah, it is a topic. It is definitely a topic. Yeah, so there are airlines that do fly, certain different aircraft types with a common rating. So 350, 380 would be an example. 330, 350, I think is an example. Could take some speed breaks here. 787, 777 is also a joint rating. Tail West, hey, how are you doing? So in your area, I guess yes. I guess Middle East, definitely a lot of issues there. Hey, Bruno. Yeah, Tail West. Yeah, I know, right? Because a pull-up maneuver. So if you are in IMC and you get a pull-up maneuver, you have to do you have to do the pull-up procedure. So that per se is already a risky maneuver, isn't it? So yeah. So they did a risk assessment to switch terrain off for the 787 terrain override. We restricted deselecting the GPS, and that's a no-no. Okay, so you mean on the 787 you don't allow switching off the terrain mode and the GPWS. So 18.1. Let me just dial in the tower real quickly. I'm going to give you a quick briefing for the approach. So we're flying on the arrival now, and we're preparing for the RMP approach 1 to right. Hopefully we have a runway 1 to right. Final descent out of Rozhgy 3000. We have a 3 degree standard profile down, minimum 750 feet bar row, missed approach, RNAV coded via Bravo Echo 180, right turn Oscar Bravo Romeo beacon, and we're going to climb to 3000 feet. Runway available is about 3.5 kilometers. We'll try to vacate Delta 6 to the right, so auto brake low is selected. Going to do a quick check with the GPS, make sure we have both GPS working for the approach. Yeah, both working, and we have GPS primary high on both sides. Fantastic. Alright, descent out magenta again, 40, but we're going to switch to QNH. And the latest ATIS says Kilo QNH is 1020 still. Hey Johnny. Yeah, Matthias, we just read that as well. Yeah, so they did a little video, an SAS flight, Copenhagen to Bangkok, where they had spoofing, yeah, in the Middle East. For the cabin announcements, there is a Discord channel where you can download these announcements. Lots of different airlines there. And then you just plant those into the sound file for the FENIX. There's a exact explanation. I would always suggest, guys, if you have questions regarding the FENIX, they have a FENIX. It's called FENIX knowledge base. I'll get you the link here. Here's the link to that. And there, you know, it has how to, for example, and there you have all the answers to your question how to implement these extra sounds. More drag, roger that. Let's put some speed brakes out then. TCAS to below, I don't see any traffic there. Winky says yeah, exactly, tail west. Yeah, that's why we have that as well for us, yeah. Oh, careful. So let me go direct. Speed brakes out again. Let's activate the approach phase. Confirm. Let the aircraft slow down. Speed brakes out. You're going to grease the landing? I hope so. I hope so. No guarantee, though. Lovely. Flaps 1. Speed is check. Flaps 1. Beautiful. So we have to be at 3,000 feet at our final descent point of Rozhgy, and we have how many miles? We should have put speed brakes back in. We should have put the landing threshold there. 1.4. Oh, what? Hang on. Oh, not 1.4. Disregard. One to right. 20 miles. Yeah, that's fine. So let me switch to tower. Tower's online. Is audio bugged? What? In what way is bugged?
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for landing.
Thank you much. Ah, it's on your side. No worries. All good. Thanks for the... I always appreciate the feedback. All good. Cool. Brenold, it looks like I'll be right on time tonight. How about that? All right. So we have to be 3,000 at exactly there. Flaps are a 1. Looking good. There's the airport. So let me check. Do we have 2 runways? Yeah, we have 2 runways. Thank God for that. Whew. Yeah, Pale Ale, you're right. We haven't landed yet. Also true. Belgrade. I've flown here so often on a 737 and 320 as well. Been here so many times. Inbound go around now. I hope not. I hope not. Displaced threshold. Let me check. Oh, you're right. My God. Yeah, good point. GG's. Yeah, on the Lido charts that we have, you see that a lot easier. But yeah, that's a huge display threshold. I hope that's correctly shown here as well. Belgrade Tower. Very good evening to you. Wizz Air 712 is on a about 15-mile final. 1-2 right.
Belgrade Tower. Good evening, runway 12 right, clear to land, wind 060 degrees, 6 knots.
We are clear to land 12 right, Wizz Air 712, thank you. Yeah, thanks so much for staying on so long. If I read correctly, they had a exam today here. Hope everything went well. I hope they passed. Beautiful. Mato, yeah, thank you so much. So Mato C57 is controlling. Big round of applause. Do you do controlling? No, I don't, Pale Ale. I just do not have the time. Flaps 2, speed check, flaps 2. I just do not have the time to do that, I'm afraid. Any tips for someone just about to start integrated ATPL? You know, do your best. Do your best, Joshua. Gears coming down. Right, I'm going to press the approach button here. Final approach, speed. Do your best and try to enjoy it. Right? Not everything is going to be perfect. But that's okay. Try to enjoy flying as much as you can. Missed approach altitude 3,000 feet is set. Flaps 3. Speed check. Flaps 3. I think we forgot one checklist, didn't we? We didn't read the...
All stations Belgrade Tower, new information. Lima QNH 1020.
Flaps 2. QNH 102. 1020 copied. Wizz Air 712. Approach. Bar ref is 1020. Seatbelts are on. Minimum bar row 750 feet. 750 feet. Auto brake low. Engine mode selector normal. That's the approach checklist completed. So the good thing is he already mentioned the latest QNH, so we don't have to ask him to confirm, because we are shooting a non-precision approach, and for that we are required to ask the tower to confirm the latest QNH. So we already done that. Manual thrust. Manual flight.
Weather 712, slight wind change 070 degrees 5 knots.
It's copied. Thank you, Wizard 712. Landing checklist. IKBM or landing? No blue. So as long as the flight director is showing some sensible data or sensible commands, we can use it. The only thing that happens at 50 feet, that's because that's where your missed approach point is. From that point onwards, it'll go into a different mode. It'll change to heading and vertical speed. And with that, you get a triple click. Now, sometimes people are a little bit concerned hearing that triple click at low altitude, i.e. 50 feet. But in this case, it's completely normal. It is to be expected. Oh, there's another big lag. What's happening? That's new.
1000.
But we can see the display's threshold. Fantastic. And we can see Papi 2 red, 2 white. That looks good as well. A little bit wind from the left. Yeah, Brennel, maybe the lag is actually something within Microsoft Flight Sim. Lovely. Look at that shadow. Continue.
400.
Love that shadow on the left side there. Getting a little bit high in the approach. Going to correct that. Small inputs. 1,000 feet per minute maximum.
200. 100. 50. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Oh, bit too much.
5.
Come on. Spoilers. Reverses. Green. I love reverse. You've got to be kidding me. Now, the thing is, we flew, manual brakes, we flew the FS Labs prior, and I have to say, here, now that's how pros do it. I don't know, I didn't get the
Weather 712, vacated Delta 7 via Alpha in Hotel, stand Bravo 2.
Alpha Hotel, Bravo 2, thank you very much for staying on so long. Have a great week ahead, Wizard 712.
Nice landing.
Thank you. So I realized when I derotated or got into the flare, I realized that it wasn't enough. So I kept pulling back, trying to derotate the aircraft a bit more. So I tried to avoid hectic pull-up inputs. You know, just more a little bit of a just steady input to round out. But yeah, it was a bit too much.
All stations, Belgrade tower is closing for further Unicom 122.8. Thank you for flying, bye-bye.
Good night to you. Do you use the SDS and yaw dampening? I use the SDS. Let me just check if I use yaw damping as well. Hang on, that's... hold on. Settings. Controls. So I use both. Yeah, I use rudder damping and SDS. Yes, I do. Maybe maybe I don't need, because I have the Thrustmaster Warthog bays, so maybe I don't really need SDS on. So let's put the flaps up. Gonna switch off the radar and predictor wind shear system. After landing checklist, radar PWS is off. Let's start the EP. Cool. Yeah, guys, we have one more flight coming up in the A300. Looking forward to that as well. Very good on schedule today. I'm very pleased. Yeah, the flare behavior. So Matteo, yeah, maybe I need to try SDS off as well. Yeah, glad Daniel. Yeah. So the flare for me, the flare on the FENIX just seems to be a bit more unpredictable. So flap 3 for me is pretty much unflyable. I honestly I have to pull back. So when I do a flap 3 landing, I have to go like full stick back to get any result. If I flare at 30 feet, if I flare prior, so when the ground flare mode or the flare simulation hasn't started, then it's okay. But if you start your flare usually at 30 or 25 feet, then yeah, it's just, you know, with flap 3 it's just completely late. And then so let me just find my gate. Bravo Hotel Alpha. Oh. No, that's Golf. Hotel should be one more. Gate Bravo 2. There it is. I have a feeling I missed my my taxiway. Whoops, sorry. Was that on the apron? It was, wasn't it? Alpha, there's Golf. Oh! Bravo. Is that? Oh, that was on the apron. Sorry. We'll park ourselves here, all right? Nobody. Yeah, nobody saw that. Does Wizz Air usually park on the apron? Here? Don't they get these gate positions? Just asking for a friend. They do park at gates, yeah. Anyways, we made it. So APU's running, we've got lights off. No docking system. Oh. Ah. There we go. Right. So Wizz Air has a hub at Belgrade. Okay, well if they park at Charlie as well, then I'm good. Then I'm good as well. Alrighty, parking brake is set. APU bleed coming on. 2, 1. Beacon off, seatbelts off, and hopefully GSX will do its thing now. Automatically. Nice. Love how that works automatically. Fantastic. Look at that. Cool. So chocks are they in? Yeah, chocks in position. Release the parking brake. Fuel pumps off this time, and then we're good for a checklist. So we have the parking checklist. Parking brake chocks. Chocks are in. Parking brake is off. Engines are off. And fuel pumps are off. That's the parking checklist completed. Pale Ale, so you got the right guess. Nice. GG's. Let me see who asked some more questions. Isn't this extremely small detail? You mean the flare? Well, I mean, so Christopher, the thing is this. In the real 320s, they have a fly-by-wire system that makes it very coherent across all different aircraft types. The only exception I would say is the 321 Neo. That's the only one that has a different flare mode. So flare logic in manual flight. But all the other versions, really, you only change maybe the point at which you start your flare. But the input that you make into the flight stick is pretty much the same. I mean, and that's a good thing because you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about starting the flare or having a different flare feel every time. So yeah, here in the FENIX, it's a lot more unpredictable how the aircraft will flare. So it's always more like a hit and run, or hit and guess. See when you do your first input, how the aircraft reacts, and then adjust from there. It's not a big thing, no, it's not a big thing, but it's just noticeable. Right, always want to check. Here's a lovely museum there. All different aircraft types. Well, Christopher, I would blame more Microsoft Flight Sim because of the ground aerodynamic. So, or let's say the ground effect. Right. So the ground effect in Microsoft Flight Sim is something which is not correctly simulated. So I would blame partially, or maybe mostly, on Microsoft Flight Sim, not so much FENIX. So we got the answer. It does have two different runways. So the scenery is actually correct. Very nice. Cool. Guys, thank you so much once again for all of the support. And if you want, you can watch another flight coming up in about 10 minutes' time, flying from Sierra Kilo Charlie Lima to Sierra Kilo Charlie Golf in Colombia, and you are invited to join us on multiplayer European West server. So give me about 10 minutes and then I'll be back. Until then, if not, I should be back on Wednesday for the next stream, guys, okay? So see, oh, and Wednesday, guys. So since it's crossed the pond, it's on the 12th, isn't it? So I should be getting a slot. And I do plan to fly with either the 777 from PMDG or the 747 in P3D. All right, so we're going to practice, and we're going to talk on Wednesday evening. We're going to talk about the procedures. So things you have to look out for the crossing. So, and also for the procedures in Canada and the US. There are some differences regarding arrival, departures, and so on. So we'll talk about those. Cool. Here comes the outro, guys. See you soon. Stay well.